Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Elite Capital Trader. Just going to do another weekly update. I didn't really get a chance to do one midweek last week. But basically the trades that I took last week included the GBP JPY, the GBP USD, and I also took a trade on US 30. So I actually entered, we'll get into that a bit later. But let's just do a quick recap of GBP JPY. So basically the reason for my short trade here was because I was seeing a downtrend on the H4, but more importantly on the weekly. Price after this candle over here printed a strong bearish candle after that, so you could tell there was some strong bearish momentum and I wanted to capitalize off that. And moving down to the daily time frame, you could see that price continued to move down each day from here to here. So this trade lasted 2 days basically, and I also capitalized on it by scaling in positions. So if we go into the H4 time frame, my first entry was actually after this bearish candle over here. Price was going in my direction, and then when it reversed over here, I exited the trade. So I made around 50 pips on that one. And then on this trade here, I entered again because price respected this resistance area and printed another bearish candle. So I entered around here, and I believe I added in 2 positions. So I added a position here, and then I added another position on the H1 time frame, 1 hour time frame, I believe at this candle. So altogether 50 pips on the first trade, and then 134 pips on this second trade. Moving on to the pound dollar. Simple reasons here as well. So obviously we're in a downtrend. Price has been making lower lows, lower highs, and I also noticed that there was some strong bearish candles over here, to touch off the trend line. I entered a position, and another bounce off this resistance area as well as the touch off that trend line gave me that extra confirmation. So I entered another position, and I actually exited this trade a little earlier because I saw price moving back up, and I thought it could have actually gone back and touched this trend line again. So I exited the trade around here somewhere. But if I had left it, I would have been up 245 pips. So yeah, so that was a overall win anyway. So I was happy with the profits on that one. So those were the trades that I took last week, and for this week, let's just start with our week ahead. So we've got the Federal Reserve Chairman Powell will speak Friday at the Fed's annual Jackson Hole, Wyoming conference, with investors looking for any detail on the central bank's plans for tapering its massive asset purchases program. Other important releases include the ECB meeting minutes, Q2 GDP updates for the US, Mexico and Germany, and flash market PMI data for the US, UK, Eurozone, Japan, and Australia. Investors also await data on US personal spending and durable goods orders, Eurozone consumer morale, and China industrial profits. So that's what we're looking ahead to. That's what we're looking forward to. And if you guys want to take your time and go into more detail, you can always read the full article on this website here. It's a very useful website. And in the economic calendar for this week, we've got some of the things that we've already covered in the week ahead. So today we had the GBP market services PMI, the Australian dollar retail sales, existing home sales, retail sales for New Zealand dollar, and a lot of USD news as well. So basically the majority of the news this week is US dollar. So that's something to keep an eye on. So major pairs, I'd be looking at the major pairs that are using the US dollar. So let's just go through a quick rundown. So Euro JPY. Let's see what's going on here. So we've been having a strong downtrend since the 31st of May. And if we move to a lower time frame, we can see that we've broken a level of support. So will price respect this level of resistance now and continue to move down? That is the question. We can also see there is some strong downtrend happening here. So something we can look forward to is possibly a touch off this trend line and close below this resistance zone for a short entry, and our potential target could be going on to the daily time frame again. An area of previous resistance. Over here. So there's also obviously a support that's been created here. So price would need to break through this area as well. So let's see how that plays out this week. So our initial target, if we're going short, would be this 128.3 level, and our second target would be the 127.437 level. So let's see what happens on Euro JPY. GBP USD. Let us clear the chart again. We can see a pretty strong level of support here. So if price breaks through that level of support and retests it, becoming resistance, we could see a potential bearish market come in, and the bears come in and see where the market would take us. If it respects that level of support, we could potentially see price move higher, and our target would be this level of resistance. So we've got two ways of going about it. So let's see how price reacts. Let's look at some US pairs, USD pairs. So we've got USD CAD, strong rejection over here. Interesting. So if price breaks below this level of support, I'd be looking at a short position and seeing where if price could potentially reach this level of support. USD JPY, we could see price move up here, and I would be looking at a short position from this area. New Zealand dollar, we're waiting for a retest off this level to enter a short position. AUD, USD. It does look like price has made a level of support at this level. So can we potentially see a move upwards? I personally wouldn't be trading this chart because it's just not enough confluence and confirmations. Right now the market does look like it's moving down, so don't want to be trading against the market by going long. So I personally would just leave AUD USD alone. AUD USD and New Zealand dollar move in correlation, so in positive correlation. So we could, if price rejects either from this level or this level, we could move further down, and then that would give me an indication on AUD USD, and I'd be looking for a short position on AUD USD as well, depending on how much volume comes into the market on New Zealand dollar. So yeah, that about covers our outlook for this week. And yeah, see you guys next time, and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content. Thank you. Bye.